Mike's thumb.
Yeah.
I feel like he crumbled under pressure there as well. I don't think he thought that through. And then when Greg asked him any questions about it, he just fell apart.
It's just so funny, though. It doesn't matter. I mean, for me, he's the people's princess. I can't take my eyes off him. He's so funny. He's just got such a beautiful vibe as well. And you know what also is extraordinary about Mike is, like when he turned up to the studio, it was the middle of summer and he's in shorts and a t-shirt and flip-flops. And he's built like a sort of like a Bondi hipster.
Yeah.
Like underneath that brown beige combo that he's wearing, he's cut. That's what doesn't make, none of it makes sense.
He swims a lot.
He does. But I was stunned when he arrived at the studio. I was like, Mike has a body attached to that head. And it's a good one. I said it like that.
I'm sure finding that out, that Mike's cut and has a good body, is going to send some people absolutely crazy. Yeah.
I said that to Charlotte. We openly said to him, we had no idea that you had a good body. Like, we just assumed it was just mush underneath.
What a lovely backstage vibe it sounds like. There was a PS from Hayley, but we've sort of covered this point. What's it like sitting next to Mike Wozniak, and are you surprised that he's become an unlikely sex symbol?
I'm not surprised at all.
No.
He's got it all happening, and he's a doctor. I mean, what?
I don't think he's an unlikely sex symbol at all.
I think he's the most likely. I think it's like someone going, Brad Pitt, that was unlikely. Have you not seen a human before? Like, okay.
But this is a very Mike Wozniak prize because he tosses around terms like love spoon as if everyone's heard of them. Well, it turned into more of a love spoon. Like we don't know what. I had to look love spoon up. Turns out
no one knew what that meant.
It's a Welsh thing. Yeah,
no one knows what that means except him. But he's got this weird way of saying things that you don't know what it is, but you kind of know once he said it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No, he's got this weird way of saying things, and you kind of go, I don't know what that word means, but I know that you're saying it completely correct.
Yeah, weird stuff makes sense in his persona.
100%, man.
He's like, you know, when you get sent to do a stand-up gig and they'll put you up in a weird Airbnb because it's the cheapest. He's like someone who owns one of those. Like you turn up, come in, all right, take your shoes off. We lock the doors at 10 and that's the wall of love spoons. Don't touch them.
Yeah, and he really wants to chat to you a long time, and then he goes, "Oh, so what are you doing? Okay, comedian. Okay, that's all right. Do you know this guy you've never heard of? Do you know him? Okay." But Mike definitely, man. And Mike's got one of them minds where, especially when it comes to like the prize task, I think he's always going to be a good one at that because he's just got that really. He's just got such an interesting mind.
Fascinating guy. Mike was pretty incredible in this. I thought it was an impressive performance because he just. I don't know what goes on in his world. I think he's just done all of these things before. I think Greg said it. Yeah. Like he just looks like he's undermined Devol before. So he was straight to you've got no chutzpah. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And there's a bit where he bites into the fruit and he's like, bite the apple. And then he goes, no, it wasn't an apple, nectarine. And it wasn't bite. It was like watching like Sherlock in the newer series work out all of these algebraic sort of things. And like, I felt like I was watching a sort of MI5 experiment. In a way, he'd be quite a good spy, actually, thinking about it. Yeah.
In the 40s. He'd be a good spy in the 40s.
In the 40s, yeah. He'd stand out a bit now, I think.
Mike was the first person to not bring in a jelly, which I almost found annoying that he sort of broke rank.
Yeah.
Sort of let everyone
He's
down a
incredible,
bit.
Mike, isn't he? I was fascinated by Mike.
Oh, yeah, what a man.
The most surprising thing about Mike is that he didn't turn up for work on a penny farthing.
Dressed in one of those like strongman costumes,
That's sort of what you expect him to he came in a normal car. I found that really surprising. I thought he's like he's from, I wouldn't say a different era, but an era that's never existed.
Yeah, it's like a steampunk thing, like the past, but in a fictional book. Yeah.
You suspect that if he hadn't, he was a doctor, wasn't he?
Yeah.
You suspect that when he was a doctor, it was either being a doctor or a one-man band, with the big thing on the back and the
I can imagine him walking
symbols
around with
between his knees. He's great.
Was it
a very funny bloke, isn't he?
Yeah, very funny. Was it weird?
Saved us all with his anus, which is lovely.
And then Mike, another secret skill, just pulled German out the back pocket.
That was incredible. Yeah, I mean, he's just got a lot. He's got a lot of skills. What can I say?
Yeah.
He's got a lot of skills. Although, again, he ran out of words, didn't he, quite quick?
Yeah, I mean, he was leaning on GCSE German, I think. But I think because he you realise he does look quite German. He looks like someone from like
he's got that
pub
face,
sign or something, like a
he's got the
Stein.
kind of- he's got the kind of face that you can say he looks a little bit ... I've put any word there, and you
Totally.
go, yeah, that fits. Anything from Parisian to nonce.
Yeah.
No matter what the word is, it will fit the sentence. Mike
Yeah.
Wozniak, he really does look, and then any word. Suspicious.
Yeah,
Handsome.
suspicious. Yeah.
He manages to be beautiful and unattractive at the same time. How is that possible?
There's pictures of him with his moustache off floating around the internet, and so handsome. That jawline. Woo, incredible.
Yeah.
What a guy.
And he's a doctor, can save lives.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got everything going for him.
He'd look good in Lederhosen. I think that's my point.
Absolutely.
But it's another one where Mike sort of stole the show slightly by doing a somersault in the bunker.
I mean, I don't know how. I've never seen anyone move like Mike moves. He's like an Italian clown. You just imagine him sort of as a troubadour travelling around Europe doing an entertaining clown show for everyone.
He's floppy and strong.
Floppy and strong. That's exactly what he is. He's like a muscle man, but also one of those toys that you press at the bottom and then he goes wobble wobble.
Yeah.
So then Mike popped off his crown, and underneath had a punky haircut.
It was a punk haircut, like from the 70s.
A punk rock haircut, like from a postcard.
Yeah, and it suited him.
Yeah, well,
Sort of.
everything suits him, sort of. It just looked like another big moustache on his head, didn't it?
I mean, afterwards, we all sort of had a socially distanced goodbye to each other. We weren't allowed a wrap party.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of lusting after Wozniak from everyone in the crew, not just the women, obviously, just everyone.
Yeah.
I thought he looked incredible.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Oh,
annoying,
God.
isn't it?
Oh, God.
It is annoying, that guy. I mean, that's the main. Most of the emails we get are saying Mike Wozniak's fit.
Yeah.
So going down that road again.